give a warm round of applause for the very tall and lanky Nathyn Gibson.
That is something when David says, I am tall and lanky. All right. Guys, I feel like a lot of people are going to talk about depression tonight. I like to pride myself with thinking that I have the corniest depression joke I would like to share with you right now. I am so depressed.
How depressed are you?
I'm so depressed this Halloween I dressed up like a slinky, just with the hopes that someone would push me down a flight of stairs. I feel like depression is starting to get a little bit hacked. It's like everyone has depression. I get it. If you're not depressed, speak now. Okay, now that we're all on board. I feel like we can start advertising to depressed people. I would love to see an advertisement where on TV it's just like, face the abyss in comfort, Hanes, or don't go outside where the judgment is, Grubhub. I feel like... That was deserved. This is true. I was put in a mental institution for depression at 4. You know this number I'm holding up right now? 4, yes. Which means that when it comes to depression, I'm a fucking prodigy. You're like, oh, you had to wait to get sad? I was always good at it. My first words were, what's the point? You know, I feel like what I'm talking about. One of the things that I do that helps is I'll smoke pot, which... one of you, the smell of it, one of you is using that same route. I feel like, now that's not like a way to like, yeah, pot use, but I feel like it's kind of medicinal, but there's still like, there's people that still feel like it's a moral issue that if you smoke pot, you're doing something wrong. And the only thing I have to say is, the only bad thing that pot has ever done is convince people that the band Fish is good. Now here's the thing, I've said that on stage. I said that on stage before and someone went up to me and went, hey, I don't smoke pot, but I still think the band Fish is good. Well, I voted for Ron Paul once. You can make bad decisions when you're sober. That's not the point I'm trying to make. Sometimes I like to smoke pot and try to learn Spanish. Alright, I call a game Rosetta Stone. I loved your groan. Sir, do you have dreams? Don't tell me them, just acknowledge that you have them, right? I have a dream that one day the Insane Clown Posse will put out their own form of Italian ice cream, call it Juggalato. There we go. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Oh man, I took the train to get here. I take the train a lot for work, and there was one day, there was a person who was drinking a 40 of King Cobra, you know, go big or go home. He finished that 40, his stomach didn't want him to finish the 40, and I know that because when the doors opened, he stuck his head out the door, just vomited on the platform, stayed inside the train, passed out on the seat. Should I mention, this was 9:15 in the morning. And the entire time he was wearing a shirt that said, started from the bottom, now I'm here. I'm not quite sure what the bottom is, but whatever here is just a lateral move. I got called a douche the other day. You know what, that's not accurate, because don't douches touch vagina? Like, no. Oh man, if you might not have noticed already, I'm very uncomfortable talking to people. I'm very awkward, and especially when it comes to communicate with people. And the most, so awkward I didn't even finish the word communicate, right? The most frustrating thing about that is the fact that I have a degree in communications. Which means there's a $30,000 piece of paper that says this guy's good at talking to people, and a mouth that begs to differ. All right. I'm not used to people showing compassion. I am what you call guilty pleasure attractive. I'll explain. You see, I was at a party once, and there was a lady I've known for about 4 or 5 years, She was intoxicated. I was not. She went up to me and said, "Nathan, I've always had a thing for you." She was much. She sounded a lot better when she said it. And here's the thing: she was intoxicated. I wasn't. I didn't want to take advantage of that. That's a wrong thing to do. So I told her, like, if you really feel this way, tomorrow send me a text. Tell me how you really feel. So the next day, I received a text from her that said, "Hey, do you remember what I told you last night?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Please don't tell that to anybody." That's guilty pleasure attractive. I'm attractive in the same way that Taylor Swift songs are fun. Here's the thing, he had it right. I was expecting roars, applause, massive applause for that. You know what? It doesn't always work out your way. You know what? I have to get over that. I guess you can say I should just shake it off. Shake it off. I feel like I got deep with you tonight. I want to get a little bit deeper. You got scared when I said that. I'll step back. Here's the thing about myself. This is true. I love juicy fruit. You guys love juicy fruit? You love the taste of juicy fruit? Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. I keep swallowing my juicy fruit. You know what? At 27, you shouldn't be swallowing your juicy fruit. I guess you can say that I am young, dumb, and full of gum. Am I right? All right. There we go. Guys, I would be like that joke because I have to tell it for the next 7 years. I'll go on this. You guys ever been so low on clean clothes you had to start wearing dress clothes? Yeah. That is going to change people's perspective of formal attire. Like, hey, check out that man in the suit. I know, he really needs to get his life together. All right, I'm Nathan. Thank you very much.
Nathan Gibson, one more time, everybody.